Yeah.
Hey guys.
Where am I?
It's me. I'm back. It's been a little while. Hey, whoa, what are you doing?
There's cock and balls, 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 there's cock and balls.
Crikey. I wanna be funny but I broke my funny bone so.
Bruce sound effect.
Why is there a car? That's the whip, dude. You guys don't remember the Jeep? Frank's at my door. Oh, he ain't. He's paying bills right now.
Goo daddy.
Hey Mr. Stinky Streamer, while you were gone I have 4 of my bones stolen, I'm no longer wise, hope the trip was fun. Anyway, monthly reminder to sub with Prime. Also, I love you, chat cat kiss.
I thought
also,
teeth are bones.
Your extra stinky take
Oh, they are, aren't they? Why do I feel like I've heard both answers before?
Clenched your butt cheeks the whole last month because it's
they're like a different material though.
That's
I think that's what
you'd hold them in. Welcome back, Sneeg.
Anyway, yeah, it's enamel, not calcium.
Man, I really missed balls and cock boobs and ass, and I guess Sneeg too.
"30 months, yippee."
Boobs and cos. There you go. Get boobs cock. Boobs cock.
4 months, smile. Thank you for the content, Mr. Streamer, and much love to you, chat. Less than 3.
I'm surprised nobody's photoshopped me and Fit pointing at something yet. Well, there's one, but it's me. Sorry, I'm watching the Blues started as I started stream, so I'm watching the game as well. Hopefully one St. Louis team can win today. First day back.
I quit my job to focus on
baseball
school.
season is back, and the Cardinals immediately got their shit kicked in within the first inning, so that was pretty cool.
I've been freaking for a year. Damn.
The fuck was that, dude? That was a jump scare. The Twins won. Okay, but one of your star players got injured for the 4th year in a row immediately. Sorry, that was mean.
Munching on hot cross buns and watching Stinky Pooper. Good times.
Oh shit, Pokemon's going on. My bad, it was...
I'm a bit all over the place while I'm moving, but I just wanted to say you stink.
Thank you. You guys really embarrassed me last stream.
Yeah, it's already been 9 months.
Why is that?
It's been great, Mr.
Why does that boobs got a cock?
Thank you for playing the games and keeping me sane during college. Happy 22 months, streamer man. I'm dying in grad school but can't
By
stop
judging? No, I'm just asking questions.
J-boobs.
It's a... We acted less weird than usual. No, you didn't. Why don't my boobs have a cock? I don't know. They just have tits.
Happy 33 months, Sneeg. I missed you.
Anyway.
Had no idea
thanks,
what else to put for my resub, so my friend
let me
asked
reset
how
the follower
Darcy is
count.
doing. How is the precious fartlet? Peepo sit.
She's good. She does not want to be put down recently. She's been getting
2
really
years
mad
these
if you try to like
nuts.
set her down in her bed to go to bed to like take a nap or something. But she's doing okay. I missed her. Guys, why do I use this font? Like, does that say 737 out of 100 or 131 out of 100? Or does it say 130? What the fuck is that? Why didn't you make fit a Cyclops? Peeking. It looks like a 7 and a 1 at the same time. I don't know what to do.
Guys,
Somebody
we are
follow.
so back.
Somebody follow, quick. Somebody's definitely watching, hovering that follow button like, I missed Hassan in Australia. It is a 7. Hey, wait a minute.
It is me, Obama, 69th President of the United States of America.
I guess that is a
I am
7.
here with the new execute order. All streamers whose image is based on small blue creatures with gremlin energy must be destroyed.
Oh.
Comply. Comply.
I'm not gonna come.
Comply.
Nor am I gonna apply. It was a 7. Wow. It's like the 7 has just a little more of a slant on the horizontal. That's so weird. Anyway, it's absolutely phenomenal to be back. Thanks for that follow, by the way. That was cool. I love that I can just be like, follow the stream, and it works. Wait, did that zoom out or did that focus on my? I don't know what is happening. I see that jug. I see that jug back there. We gotta fix. We gotta fix the cropping on this. On the door. Is Ether here? We gotta fix the cropping on the door because I moved the camera. See?
Streamer man is finally back. 333 yipping.
I fixed. Thank you, King.
Chat. My
anyway,
birthday is on Saturday.
Hassan's in Australia, or was
20. The students that I student teach with called me really old, and now I feel old.
He's there right now.
Eight months.
Not like I know him, but weird. Is he like literally in Melbourne and everything? I'm sorry, Melbourne. Melbourne. What were my thoughts on randomness getting arrested? Very funny. Oh yeah, I forgot what we were doing today.
Yo, 16
anyway,
months
it's good to see
smile.
everybody. Been a long time.
28 months, very poggers.
My team scored. Just kidding. Or never mind. It's good to see everybody. It's been a long time. We had 2 streams within the last 2 weeks, one in Melbourne and one on the islands that we were on, but you know, it was kind of a chill little vacay for me. Did film stuff. There will be a vlog, so look forward to that. If you haven't already, go to Sneeg IRL on YouTube. You can just go to the search bar and type @Sneeg IRL and it should pop up. It's the old Guagua Lancer channel, by the way. We just kind of thought it would be better for brand recognition because the other one's like a randomly niche meme, and it's way smarter to probably have what is IRL content and me be labeled as such. So yeah, go ahead and throw that in there, Ether. Spam that shit. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the little bit of the family road trip Australia edition you ended up seeing. Oh, one of our rookies got the goal. That's awesome. Hell yeah. That's fucking sick. It was super fun. I had a really good time. I always love hanging out with Fit and Ran. It's very funny.
Haven't been on Twitch in forever, but I'm glad to be back, streamer man.
It's very funny with Fit's newfound popularity because like he's getting fans that like don't know me or like don't know how we know each other, so they see us hanging out and they're like how?
Freaks, I am no longer the freak from Starbucks. I am now going to be the freak from the pot shop because I finally managed to quit Starbucks.
Nice. Good for you, dude. Yeah, I mean, I've known Fit for like 4 years at this point. 5 years at this point. Wow. SMP Live.
Welcome back, Sneeg.
Anyway. Oh, hello, Krinios, person who was a part of SMP Live. What was it like being down there? Australia was really cool, man. I actually really liked it. It was like super fun, actually, like super fun. I think the only negative was that we went to a resort that wasn't exactly cheap. Once you got there, like staying there was kind of reasonable, but like all of the stuff while you were there was like expensive and then some. It was kind of, which was kind of frustrating to navigate, but yeah, I mean, that's how they get you, right? My full feedback from going there, go to an all expenses paid resort if you're going to go to one. Because like the one thing you don't want to worry about when you're on a vacation, let alone at a resort, is worry about what you have to pay for. And if you just pay for all of that in advance, it's done. You know what I mean? Not that that's cheap either, but still. Anyway, besides the point, it's great to see everybody. Melbourne was super cool. Beautiful and very fun. Tons of stuff to do. 2 weeks is a long time, dude. It was a really long time to be there. Yeah. I mean, what Hannah said, like literally it's like it was like the only thing on the island. The entire point of the island is to be there. Guys, okay, this was the worst part. I think this was the worst part of that resort. And once again, overall the experience was a positive, and I loved hanging out with my friends, and I was super happy to be there for the wedding. That was awesome. It was really cool to see an Australian wedding and kind of see the difference, and also just be there for two people who mean a lot to me. You know what I mean? Always worth it to attend a wedding if it's someone you care about, man. But the craziest part about that resort was that you would go to sit down at like one of the 4 restaurants, only 2 open for dinner, by the way. And they would be like, do you want still or sparkling water? What would you answer, chat? Okay, two of you don't owe the restaurant 13 Australian dollars. Yeah. Yeah. They would ask if you wanted still or sparkling water and then bring out their nicest water, which, by the
I
way,
know you're explaining
doesn't
something
state
else
anywhere
right
on the
then, but
bottle
would you
that it's
care to
filtered
explain
water.
WTD
Just water.
You mean by you almost got arrested in New Zealand?
We'll get there.
Pop off king, I guess.
And you have to request tap water. But they don't tell you. They didn't tell you. It was just sparkling or still. Either way, they're giving you the Antipodes water that's $13.50 Australian. Every bottle, by the way. Every single bottle. And then when you're a group of 7, that becomes like 4 bottles. Because like 7 people basically drain 1 bottle of water, 1 big jug of water. It's kind of crazy. That was what really pissed me off. I was like, how much was the sparkly? The same. It was the same. It was just the brand. They would they would give you the fancy brand of water and not tell you there was an option of free water. It was actually crazy. I don't know. It just seemed like one of those resorts that was like for really pinky out, like super rich, piss out money kind of people that don't think about that sort of shit. None of us are that. So yeah, like, and albeit like Australian is like 6.65 US dollars. So like technically it was like $7 per water, but still ridiculous. I mean, but tap. Just kidding. Anyway, it was super fun, man. I had a really good time. Yeah, $8.47 for water. It's crazy. Yeah, we kind of realized once we got there that it was kind of a resort for like super rich pricks that like.
If everyone got
don't
a
think
water
don't think
bottle,
about
that
it.
would have been $100. What?
Yeah, it would have been. It wasn't a water bottle. It was like a jug, like maybe this big, like maybe half a gallon of water, maybe. How was the temperature there? In Melbourne, awesome. Melbourne had awesome weather, like the entire time. There was a heat advisory a couple days before we went, but that went away. Like it was beautiful weather the whole time. It was like 60 to 75 degrees most of it, which I think is 25 Celsius, something like that. It was awesome. It was a really good weather. Up there, it was very sticky. It was about the same temperature. It was just like super like humid. Everything was very sticky. It was like very Florida weather. Did I see cool creatures? Yeah. Loads of wallabies, which wasn't the picture of the kangaroo Rambo tweeted. That's not a wallaby. I don't care how many of you said that. It wasn't. That thing was big. It was also a baby. It was a baby kangaroo. And it was still larger than a wallaby. I mean, we literally went to a park with like that had signs for kangaroos. So, did I go to the zoo that milks venomous spiders and shit? No. So we didn't end up going to the zoo because all of the zoos were like owned by the government, and they don't like if you do stuff for profit within their confines. So that's why we ended up going to the aquarium, because the aquarium isn't, and they were like, sure.
Australia currently has a huge price gouging problem. Our two major grocery chains, Woolworths and Coles,
I mean, where doesn't?
currently are in court for it and has the audacity to run ads about being affordable.
Yeah, I mean everything's price gouging nowadays. That's the whole thing. The dollar store is increasing their prices. Change your fucking name, dude. The dollars store? The fuck is that? Inflation? Where? Where's my inflation? Yeah, I mean, it's just every company being like, there's inflation. And then, yeah, I don't mean it like that.
Fart sound effect.
I'm not looking up Minecraft inflation. I have a bad feeling about what I'd witness. Inflation is only good when it's of old men.
Hi, I finally caught a stream for
Whoa!
once. Did you fight a kangaroo?
No. You can't get near them. The thing is with kangaroos is we were told basically if there was one, there would be like 10 hiding. So it was basically like, don't approach them. Also, they just drown dogs, apparently. They'll just like see a dog and like wait in shallow water for them to like run to them. And then they will literally just hold them down and drown them. It's actually fucking crazy. Like literal murderer shit. That place is scary. It was okay. I think a majority of the time, it was totally fine. In fact, there's like minimal kangaroo death cases and stuff, whatever. Anyway. What else, man? It was super fun. It was a really good trip. It felt good. It was nice to take some time off, but I'm really glad I'm back. It was super fucking long. The way back was very long. Like the plane, the first plane from Brisbane to Auckland was fine. I have like shit on my glasses and I can't. Yeah, the plane from Brisbane to Auckland was totally fine. And then we got up to the we already checked our bag. And then we got to the like checkpoint for the terminal or something. Or because it was international and it was an American like section of the airport, like they have like a section for American spots. There's like TSA there, I guess. I don't really know. Either way, we got up to like the TSA area and we like scanned our, they asked for our stuff and they were like, what the fuck is this? And they were like, oh, you two have been randomly selected. Like, go, please step aside. And it was like, oh, okay. Whatever. And then the woman was like, this is the married couple I was telling you about, to one of them. And I was like they've been like expecting us, which I guess is fair, because if they like I guess they randomly select ahead of time. I don't really know how it works. But so they start, you know, they start selecting. That doesn't seem very random at all. Exactly. Yeah. She literally said, "This was the married couple I told you about." That doesn't sound random. That sounds like you picked me out of a group and you were like, "We got to look at these two." Either that or they did randomly choose and then they looked into everybody. They were training people. So Hannah gets selected, evaluated. They search her bag. They're like, "Go ahead, you're fine." They get to my backpack. My backpack has my laptop, my Steam Deck, my Switch, the Switch dock, the Steam Deck dock, 4 Joy-Cons, 2 PS5 controllers, clothes. This is a great backpack, by the way. All of this fits. It's crazy. I don't even know what else. Like a bunch of electronics and shit. Which almost every, like, this was the first trip where I've packed plenty of electronics and my bag has gotten flagged. It got flagged in the Brisbane airport and they had to take my backpack apart. That's the first time ever. And I usually bring like probably not as many like controllers. I just didn't really know the vibe of the trip and I didn't know if we were going to hang out and like play games and shit. We didn't, but whatever. Drop the brand. I don't even know what it. I'll go get it. Hold on. It's something I got from Target like years ago. I don't. It was like the only one there, and I had never seen it again. Give me a sec. Goated backpack. Let me finish my story first. I realize I totally like. God, I'm neurodivergent. Okay. So anyway, they get to my backpack full of shit. Oh, Joe.
Motherfucking sneegsnag.
Joe, we're talking about how I almost got arrested in New Zealand. W. I just came back from a 2-week trip to Australia. It's good to see you, Barters. Barties. Good to see you, Joe. I'll talk to you real soon, yeah? Actually, I will talk to you soon because in 2 days we're gonna get drunk and play Block Wars. Look forward to that, chat. I'm gonna be wasted and kick ass anyway. It's gonna be great. Anyway, so I go to the TSA checkpoint in Auckland Airport, and we got randomly selected. I guess they just pick a random amount of tickets and choose people, and then they look into them and figure them out. So Hannah gets checked. They clear my wife. She's waiting for me. I sit down. You got to take off your fucking shoes, and you got to open up your backpack and take out anything with like anything in a case, whatever. So I had to take out my laptop. I had to take out my Steam Deck. I had to take out my Switch, and I had to like open them all up, whatever. You know, so they look at everything. They're like, this just looks like electronics, whatever. Nothing in my shoes, whatever. They take the little strip that tests for explosive material. And my Switch tested positive. And so they were like, okay, so your Nintendo Switch here, it was an older woman, so she was just like, your device here tested positive for explosive material. And I was like, oh. And they were like, so we're just gonna have to run it again just to make sure, because she was like, these do test negative. They also test false positive sometimes, right? So thankfully it didn't the second time. But if it had, they would have straight up detained me. Like, no question. Like, they can't let me go. If it tests positive enough times, they can't be like, okay, we're just going to take a go ahead. Like, they're going to be like, why do you have a bomb? So, yeah. Another fun side note, the trip to Paris, Hannah's bag got flagged in the airport in Arkansas because her sleep mask got flagged as green in the X-ray scanner, which also means explosive material. So, fun fact, green is bad. So yeah, it ended up being fine. I talked to the woman in charge. They were like, what do you do? Because they're like, why does all this guy, you went to Paris as well? For TwitchCon last year. It was like a weighted sleep mask. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, that's a way to wake up. My eyes! Anyway. So yeah, they're like obviously a little worried right now. So they're like, what do you do? And I'm like, normally I would lie in this scenario and just be like, I work in social media, but also like they think I have a bomb. So I was like, I'm a content creator. I was like, I play games online and people watch and they think I'm funny or something, which ended up being great because while they were testing me, the woman in charge was asking Hannah about it. And they started talking about Minecraft, and the woman was like, my grandkids love Minecraft and love watching Minecraft. Apparently they're like 12. So thankfully she didn't know who I was, because maybe they do know who I am. I don't know how many of you or how old any of you are. Don't answer that, by the way. Internet safety. So I ended up being fine. But once again, had my Switch tested positive for explosive material again, that yeah, I would have been arrested 100%. Anyway, don't lie about being underage. Twitch will literally permanently ban your account on the spot. That's not a joke. Not a joke. That is dead serious. Anyway, this is the backpack. Guys, the only thing that signifies anything is that it was made by design with a Target logo on it. That's literally it. I don't know what else. There's nothing else. Lake thinks they found it. Nope. No, I don't even see it on the website. Maybe they changed the design, but this one on the website, the one that's the closest looking to it, is different. It's got less room. I can already tell. W.
Down under.
Maybe.
Under D's nuts. Got
What?
'em.
Anyway, it's very similar, yeah. I mean, I could search for some branding, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, it literally says made by design. That's it. That's all it says with the Target logo. But yeah, this backpack's fucking crazy, dude. Like, we've got like a zipper here, which I put my Steam Deck in. And then we've got a zipper here, which I put like my chargers and stuff in. And like, it's got my universal charger and a travel brush and some travel deodorant. We've also got like a front zipper, which has like stuff I might need like pretty immediately. Like, I put my passport there when I travel, or like unless I need it out, or like my wallet, because I don't like having my wallet out while I'm in the airport and shit, because people love to pickpocket, just in case. And just other kind of like immediate necessities, whatever. And then we have a back zipper, like all the way back here, which holds a laptop. So I put my laptop back here. Rob front pocket next time, bruh. Then we got a middle zipper. Now check this shit out. First of all, carry it on the side. You can carry like a fucking suitcase. On the outside, wouldn't it be easier to take? Listen, if somebody walks up to me, unzips my thick fucking backpack that I feel every single piece of weight of, unzips it, like reaches in and grabs my passport, I didn't want it anyway. That's fucking crazy. If I don't pick up on that at all, that's crazy. Like you bump into plenty of people in the airport, like plenty of people could easily just be like out of your pocket, grab your wallet. If they did that, like, I wouldn't have stood a chance anyway, right? But besides the point. Like, we've got the middle section, which is crazy, dude. Look at this shit. Big fucking
After
zipper
days of
spot.
trying to fix my Twitch
Like
Prime
a
issues,
stuff
I
for
got my sub,
toiletries.
but my streak
Deodorant
reset
exploded in
frown.
there. Don't look at that. And then an entire spot up here for more shit. So like in here was like my laptop charger, my switch dock, all like 4 or 5 controllers, clothes, all right here. Then everything else I could use while I'm traveling, and you can open it up fully like this and place it down. It's insane. This is an insane backpack. I don't know how I found this thing. I found it, I want to say, in some random LA Target, because my one I was using broke in the middle of traveling. I don't remember where. It was some random Target, like 3 years ago.
Hey man, I think your deodorant exploded.
Found it from an article in 2022. Made by Design is now Target's cleaning supply decor. Not on their site anymore. Okay, so what I'm hearing is never break this backpack ever. Sorry, I had to emote on you, chat.
Did you try any Aussie food? Like a Bunnings sausage sizzle?
Yes.
I gave a list of snacks in the Discord thing you didn't read. Also some classic funny Aussie movies. You really don't have to read it, I just think it would be neat in case you come back.
I tried
smile.
Vegemite on toast, how it's meant to be prepared. My poor tripod. Boo womp.
Four,
Boo womp.
four, 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 four.
I didn't break the tripod. I broke an
four,
attachment piece for the phone. It's fine.
four.
That's like $10. Yeah, I didn't break my backpack. It's chill.
Never break the backpack, he says. Then he fucking throws it and breaks something else.
I was
At least
flexing on
it
you.
wasn't the backpack.
Anyway, really cool backpack. That's how I almost got arrested in New Zealand. Auckland, not that I stepped into Auckland, but the airport was really nice. The view was also very nice, and it makes you want to go back. I was actually considering it. Joe Raid, buddy, that happened like 10 minutes ago. Stop using Internet Explorer. Anyway. Yeah, Auckland looked really nice. I was meant to have a 7-hour layover in Auckland on my way there from LA. Except the day before, a plane you might have read about took a dip in the middle of flying. Like a plane took a nosedive in the middle of its flight from Auckland to Melbourne. Which may have been the plane I was supposed to be on the next day. Which ended up working out great because they canceled my flight and gave me a direct flight from LA to Melbourne anyway. So, kind of worked out. I feel bad for all the people who like thought they were going to die on that plane, but everything ended up being okay. So yeah, I did try some Australian food. I tried Vegemite, prepared properly. Apparently people overdo it, and that's why a lot of people hate it. You're supposed to toast it, and then toast bread, put butter on it, and then put a very small amount of Vegemite across. Isn't Vegemite the dude from Dragon Ball? Prince of the Saiyans, Vegemite! Virginia! Anyway. You'll just have to know, yeah, apparently people melt cheese on top as well. I didn't do that. You guys are just gonna have to wait until the vlog to see Fit Hannah and I's review of it. We tried some random like tropical fruit as well. Not that that's like strictly Australian, but the resort had so many weird fruits that it was might as well. It was
You
like
should watch a video about those
loganberries
kinds of
and
planes. I did a
custard
mix because the
apple.
model most of the stuff is happening with is a new model. Pilots that fly the others don't know how to deal with a safety thing that causes
Mango
it to
grape or
nosedive by
something? I can't remember
mistake
that one.
sometimes. I think anyway.
Yeah, it was a bunch
I
of
don't
South
remember
Asian
all.
fruit. There's something else I can't remember. But yeah, we tried that and some fruit, which is all kind of in the same little recording. So yeah, mango steam. Thank you. Sorry. That was what it was called. Yeah. How many birds did I see? A lot. The resort had a ton of cockatiels, bro. Like a lot. And they just like hover the breakfast area and just attack a table the second people leave it. It's actually crazy. There's a hockey fight. Oh, it's our Australian too. Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh damn. He's trying to push him. He ain't letting him take him down. This is crazy. Oh. Oh, let's go, Walker. Oh. Yo. Bro, this is so long? They're really fucking going. Oh my god, he's holding his face. What a douche. What a cheap bitch. Literally holding his mouth. The refs tend to wait till they hit the floor. And by all means, Nathan Walker probably should have hit the floor, but he was standing up, bro. He did not let him put him down. That's crazy. That was awesome. Speaking of Australia, Nathan Walker's a player on the Blues who's Australian. He's awesome. He's like literally 5'6" or something. He's a scrappy dude. He literally harasses people. It's awesome. He's a really good player. Oh, damn, dude. He really was going at him. I love hockey fights. They're so crazy. Captions. It's the first person to remind me in literally an hour. You guys actually like this being on? Oh. User rate limit exceeded. So if I turn it on, do you guys not see it? It works. Well, don't care then. If it works, it works. Wait, did we fucking score? Whoa, dude. You guys distracted me. I didn't see the goal. Bro, we had that giant fight and then we immediately scored. That's fucking sick. That's what hockey fights are about, baby. That's what they're meant. That's what they're meant for, dude. Anyway. Nobody cares. I cares, but you guys don't. Did I leave before or after the Baltimore Bridge thing? We were mid-flight. We were flying from New Zealand back to LA while that happened. That's fucking crazy, dude. I mean, that is like tragic. I mean, that is so scary, dude. I think the biggest blessing of all of that is that the ship figured out in advance that it was losing power, so it warned people like way ahead of time, and so there was like not a lot of people on the bridge. like probably saved hundreds of lives. Actually nuts, dude. Yeah. What a crazy thing to happen, dude. Do you guys know how big that ship was? 90 stories tall. Like it was 60 or 90 stories tall. A building tall. Like 60, was it 60 or 90 stories of a building? Like massive. It's a city. That's a city. Like a giant city ran into a bridge. There's people like, your bridge shouldn't take that down. It's a fucking building. That's an entire building. Of course it took it down. Bridges work off of like a stability system where all of it keeps each other up. Like the second a piece falls, the whole thing fucks up. Especially a bridge that long with that much of a gap between sustain or not suspension, but between
and it was
support.
Full of crates, man.
Yeah. I don't know. People online are fucking stupid. So much of America is just like gone. There's so much brain rot because of like echo chamber pipelines within social media on every single political side that like people are just gone. Like just dead. In terms of like thought. Like they cannot create logic within themselves because they're just waiting to be told the next thing to fall, like the next thing to like preach. It's actually crazy. Like it's actually crazy. Also, to say it's some kind of big like American conspiracy within the government is nuts because like they just shut down a gigantic like Eastern import. Like Baltimore delivers a bunch of stuff into America. To be like, they're coming after us as people. Why would they hurt their own economy? That's the only thing the government cares about. On both sides.
Was bigger than Earth Lamau.
Like Republicans want to spend less money and make the economy good by not letting jobs get stolen, whatever. And the Democratic side is just like, vote for us, guys. So like both sides of the political spectrum want to stimulate the economy and create jobs. Like if one of them brings it up, the other disagrees, but that's truthfully what both sides do agree on, whether they think so or not. Half of the shit they argue about, they both agree on. They just say it differently. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. And the other half is like literal human right violations. So that's a completely different topic. So don't even pretend I'm talking about any of that shit. But whatever. This is about Australia. Australia was cool. What other questions you guys got? Favorite part of the aquarium? The penguins, which none of us knew that was going to happen. It wasn't even an aquarium. It was pretty much a zoo. Focusing mainly on sea life, but like there was crocodiles and penguins and shit. There's like rainforest. There was like snakes and frogs and shit. Like that. Oh, that's not an aquarium. I try your version of fast food. I think we got Hungry Jack's like once because it was the only option while we were driving. None of us wanted to though. Favorite thing overall about the trip? I've said this to everybody else who's asked me. I don't I never go into a trip and then go like, this was my favorite part. Like, I think if I really thought about it, like the streams we did were really funny. Like the stream within Fortress and the stream on the balcony of mine, I love doing those. They ended up being really funny. But like the overall experience and like journey of going to a completely foreign place and like figuring out their culture and dynamic and how it functions and like indulging in that is like the best part to me. It's not like a specific thing. It's like being able to like indulge in a different country's culture. That's what's fun to me. Like, that's my favorite part, is it's being able to leave America and like understand different parts of the world. Because like and not tons of people outside of America don't understand that like Americans don't want to leave. Like it's so normal for other countries to like get a passport and travel. That doesn't happen here. Like that just doesn't happen. Like people don't do that. Like some do. But like it's weirder in like Europe and Australia for you to not get a passport. In America, it's like you can stay. You should stay because it's cool here. But yeah, also, I mean, on top of the fact that it is expensive is enough to travel for sure. But there are tons of people who are like dead set on not wanting to like even explore outside of America because they're convinced every other country is like actually decrepit. It's crazy. I think the average American has more of a negative stigma about any country you would ask them about than a positive. Before, like literally. I think most of them would have some reason not to go before they have a reason to go.
Japan.
I mean, some people barely even leave the state they're from. Even that's can be a big cultural difference. I moved one state over and it's a cultural difference. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, that's kind of my favorite part. It's never like a certain thing. I mean, I do have parts of it that are really funny to me, but I really love being able to leave my bubble and kind of get out of my comfort zone and see how other places function. It's really cool. I mean, Australia is way different and the same at the same time. Guys, Australia likes their police sometimes, like most of the time. Their police have to train for like years, like actually years.
Holy shit.
Like a majority of the time, they're okay with their police. It's actually weird.
What
Joel
was
was telling me that like
for that long. Anyway, 39 months. That's a big number. Or
they have
something.
like sensors on their holsters that log their department if they even touch their gun. If they even touch it, they have to explain why they even reached for it. And not even all of the police have a gun. Which sounds fucking perfect. Why don't we fucking do that? Because we don't want to. Much like how the government banned TikTok within weeks and then can't do anything else. Which also, realistically, how is that even going to happen? I just don't think they're going to be able to do that.
ACAB in Australia means Australian cops are besties.
I don't know about that, man. I just think they don't despise them. Which is good enough, if you ask me.
I watch Bondi Rescue and like,
There's a lot
police
of
are so
like
chill. Most of them
actual
aren't even armed, but locals
culpability.
usually take
Yeah,
care
I mean,
of
I'm
thieves
sure,
and shit.
like, guys, this is coming from a dude who studied police. Like, I'm sure they're still pretty awful, but like the fact that they get way more training and have a lot more parameters on them makes them better. Like, the regulation of police is what is necessary, and they do that way more down there. Either way, still a cop. I'm not about to like be like, but clearly there's an amount that keep them in line way more. Cops still suck though. Yeah, you shouldn't like the police at all. Like that should never be the goal. There should just be enough checks and balances in place that they can't just like kill somebody and pretend their life was in danger. You know what I mean? And get away with it. Do I know if the crime rates are higher? I don't. I can give you anecdotal evidence that it felt really nice to walk around Melbourne downtown, direct downtown Melbourne, and not feel weird or nervous because there's just like no guns. It was like a Tuesday night. We did an escape room one night, and it was like 11 o'clock at night on a weekday afterwards. And there was like children in the street walking with their parents. Sometimes not. There's just like, could you imagine? Like 50 senior citizens would call the police if they saw a 13-year-old outside like past 9 p.m. here. It's actually so funny to think about that. They're like, this child's minding his business near my street. I don't like it. That's weird. I find it bizarre. It is bizarre. Hello, by the way. I know it is currently, if you are in Melbourne, it is currently 12:30 in the afternoon there, right? W. It's actually really easy. I think one of the coolest parts was being able to understand the time zone difference better. Because all you really have to do is, if you're over here in America,
yes, we respect our cops a lot more, but also they still suck ass against Aboriginal people, unfortunately.
I'm sure.
But our government is like, but we said sorry this one time, surely everything is okay.
I think at the end of the day, they're still a cop and they still do suck. I think my point was more that the regulations
in their car in a parking lot at night.
Are very,
they were playing Pokemon Go Lamau.
Probably healthier, but yeah. Yeah, your sibling had the cops calling them for being in a car late at night. Anyway, it was really easy to figure out the time zone stuff. If you're in America, all you have to do for the East, like for Melbourne area, is go 12 hours ahead, which is not hard. You just go from, it's 8:30 to 8:30 a.m. and then you add 4 hours. That's it. That's all you have to do. So you go from 8:30 a.m. and you add 4, so it's 12:30. That's it. And if you're up in Brisbane, you do 1 more hour. You do 17 hours. Unless it's daylight savings, and then it gets weird, but I'm not even gonna try to understand that. I looked at the time map, like when I was flying on the way home, and I looked at the time zone map, and I got really fucking scared. There's like yellow lines that just move sporadically, and then like randomly, like an island will have its own time zone, and I don't even know what the fuck that's about. I'm not even gonna try. We just make that shit up anyway, so people stay out longer to buy more shit anyway. Yeah, I guess you can also just have the clock on your weather app in the clock app if you want to be a wiener. What about the asparagus plane? Oh yeah. So, man, what flight was that?
I was just in Ireland during St. Patrick's Day and I rarely saw police at all, except when we passed a stadium in Dublin where kids were lining up for a concert and cops were just pulling beers out of their hands.
You don't need to see police. The thing is people think that police presence makes them safer. It doesn't. Americans always want like patrols increased if they think crime rate's up. It doesn't change crime rate. A majority of criminals aren't gonna like do a crime if a cop is near. That's the entire thing, is they do it when they're not. Just because you put more doesn't mean they're gonna be like, well, yeah, I guess I can't. They're just gonna fucking do it elsewhere. It's so funny, dude. Anyway. What is this thing you're doing next to the emotes? I know the wide one, but what is this other one? P? What the fuck does P exclamation do? I can't see it. It makes it gay, but you're doing it with the rainbow texts. How do you make a rainbow cock? It makes the color shift. Whatever, I don't care. Actually, I do care.
Okay, I'm going to bed now because this freak decided to stream 6 hours after your tweet.
Whoa. 6 hours
Cock
after my
boobs,
tweet?
pussy.
Excuse you, did I say when I was gonna? I said stream later today. It's not like I said soon like I usually do. I said later.
No, it's past my bedtime.
Later means like 6 hours? It was 6 hours! Excuse you? Bitch! I could be like half the streamers that say that and then just don't fucking go live. I started 90 minutes ago.
Friend and I got into a wreck once and her front
90 minutes
axle was
ago
fully split.
was 7
Front
p.m.
right
I tweeted this
tire
at
was
1:15.
Cop asked us if we could
6
drive it out of
hours.
the way of traffic.
Less than 6 hours, actually. Shut the fuck up! I don't want to hear it. You guys are upsetting me. Anyway. Why am I modding? Because my butt itches. Nobody's scratching it. Womp. Anyway. What was my plane that had the asparagus happen? It wasn't my first flight. We flew.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, this was also very weird. I flew from Arkansas to Atlanta to get to LA. Not really sure how that happened, because that's the complete fucking opposite direction. Besides the point, we flew from here to Atlanta, and then we boarded the plane in Atlanta, and then they were like, hey guys, this is no context, by the way. He was like, hey guys, we're having a little trouble taking off. A bunch of asparagus has spilled in the cargo of the plane, and they need to get that out before they put your luggage in before we take off. Just out of nowhere. It was kind of like, it's been like 10 minutes and people are like, why haven't we been like, why haven't we taken off, whatever, right? police us? That was not a shitpost. This was dead serious. I actually hate that I didn't get a picture or video of any of it. Actually, wait. I wonder if I can, like... Atlanta plane spill asparagus. Nah. There's some dude tweeting about his asparagus and pecan bistro in the Atlanta airport terminal F. Some people took photos. There is a photo out there of a tarmac just with asparagus all over it. So like he said this and we were like, what? like there's no way that's like he's surely just making a joke because they're taking a while, right? No. Apparently, the plane before our flight had 9,000 pounds of asparagus loaded on it. And while they were taking it off the plane, one of the straps to carry it out broke, spilling it everywhere. 9,000 pounds of asparagus. That's not a joke. This is exactly what we were told.
Asparagus plane, holy moly.
It snapped, broke, and spilled all over the storage like container of the plane. And so they spent 90 minutes getting 9,000 pounds of asparagus out of our plane before we could take off to LA. So we almost missed our flight to Melbourne because of asparagus.
W streamer.
That was very cool. I've had a lot of good experiences with the Atlanta airport. That is for sure the most obscure problem I've had in an airport ever. When was the Joe raid? Bro, like 45 minutes ago. Get off your phone. Stop being a phone viewer. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know why weird shit happens to me. I feel like I got like dangled in a cartoon for like a little too long. So like cartoon ass shit happens near me all the time. I feel like I'm literally in a sitcom half the time. Like I feel like I need to look at a camera.
I don't have anything cool or funny to say, but hello chat, hello Sneeg beyond.
I don't know why. I feel like I literally am the main character, except for it's for the stupidest fucking show you've ever heard. It's not even like a good show. It's like, how can we just have dumb things happen? It's like a King of the Hill show where like the guy's totally normal and like weird, just like everything's ordinary except weird stuff happens around them all the time. You know what I mean? And sometimes it affects them, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time they just see it and they're like, that's weird. You know what I mean? He's becoming too aware, cancel the next season.
Main character, but it's the main side character for the gags only.
About a Truman Show. I'm gonna start fucking with my neighbors to see if they do the same thing tomorrow. Anyway.
She pisses when she farts. Sometimes she sharts. Booty rockin' cargo coming in my barn.
Calm down. Yeah, I think that was the only weird part about getting there. Honestly, the flight was not bad. The flight from LA to Melbourne was not bad. You basically get on the plane, an hour passes, they bring you food. And then I watched 2 movies and fell asleep for like 5 hours, maybe. Reasonably, probably 4. And then I woke up and an hour and a half passed, and then they gave me breakfast and we landed in 2. So it felt like I was on maybe like a 5-hour flight. which is still pretty long, but they gave me a meal and I got some sleep and got another meal, which was kind of cool. Also, side note, did you guys know like every airline except American ones give you food no matter what? Like no matter what. This shit pissed me off. Yeah. You know how we get a fucking cookie or like shitty ass Sun Chips? I was getting meals. Like we got on. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Yes, they fucking do. I was there. We got on a Qantas airline. And don't even tell me because on short flights, they don't. One of my flights was like an hour and they gave me food.
Chat smile. How
like
is everyone?
Literally, I had like a 1 hour flight from the island to Brisbane. They gave me like, it was like a chicken sandwich with mango something fucking jam on a ciabatta bun. Not on Jetstar? That's fucking European Spirit Airlines. Don't even, not on the cheapest airline. Yeah, no shit. That's the whole point. But yeah, like literally, they have to legally give you food. Like because of the type of plane they are or whatever, or the service they provide, they have to give you food no matter the length of the flight. So they're out here giving you a box of like, I got sausage rolls. And it's good. It was good food. Jerry Seinfeld's a fucking idiot. Airline food was good. It actually pissed me off. I was eating that food and I was like, what the fuck? This is another thing that Americans sit on. They're like, we're the best. We got the best things. And you get on an American flight and they're like, have 2 Biscoff cookies and coffee from a coffee pot we've literally never cleaned. You are so welcome. Is this thing just going? Has this just been going the whole time? How is this still going? Did I not notice? I don't know. Why is it giving so many Pokemon? It's not saying how many are still there, right? Hello? A beautiful woman just walked past the doorway. Stocked up from last time? What do you mean last time? That's not how it works. That's not how that works at all. It has to be open. That's not how it works. I get the feeling that somebody's trying to sell me something. When am I streaming Balatro? Oh my god, don't get me started. That game's so fucking good. Hi. She's always so stunned when she comes in here. Smile at me all day and you can't. Oh, you guys smile at me right now? She's so stunned. Hi. Everybody say goodnight to my daughter
13
right now.
months. Darcy's head is so big.
Her cheeks are so rosy, bro. How'd she do that? What were we talking about? Right. Oh. Okay, I turned off Pokemon. I don't know why that thing was going for so long. Bye. Bro, it's 3-3 in the game right now. It's crazy. It's a very tumultuous game. This is a very important game for us, and I hate that it's going. What else? Give us back Pokemon? No! Chat with me. You guys have... It's been on for 90 minutes. You guys are going to get overstimulated. How are the mods putting stuff on stream? So it's a unique program that I actually had a friend of a friend mod for me, or code for me. But it's essentially its own browser that my mods can log into that allows them to put stuff onto their own browser source, where they see like a general area of what gets put on screen. They're called magnets. Like, yeah. Yeah, my stream is sort of like the fridge, and it's like my mods are putting fridge magnets on the screen. So yeah, it's not exactly something that's just like available. I know Brett wants to make it public at some point, but also he has a whole ass job, and you know, whenever he wants to sell that, I'll support it. But it wasn't an easy job, and we're very appreciative of him for doing it. Open the fridge. There was never a fridge. What if I just like took the Among Us painting off and it was just like a poster board? Like, what if that wasn't actually a painting? That'd be crazy. That is basically the equivalent. Anyway, what else? Any more Australian related questions? Oh yeah, my flight home was annoying. My flight, well, yeah, I almost got arrested in New Zealand, and then I get on the plane, and me and another woman had the exact same seat. Like, it isn't actually like not even a misunderstanding. Like, we had the same exact seat, which was very weird. So thankfully she moved so I could stay next to Hannah, which is very nice of her. But the guy next to me fucking snored when he fell asleep the whole night. I had to put earplugs in, which was fine. And then the guy behind me was like hitting on the stewardess the whole time. So it was like constantly talking to her. And they would stand next to my seat. And he was talking loud enough to where my ears, like, he woke me up. I got woken up to him trying to riz the fucking airline employee. Like, through my earplugs. It's like, bro, shut the hell up. She has to be here. So I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted, but it's fine. And then we got to LA. Okay, dude. On the LA flight, we were in an exit row, which is normally fine, but it was one of those planes where it kind of like goes diagonal in the middle where the exit row is. So like for some reason the seats are different and they're not like open, they're like solid. So like the sides are totally solid and they're like way more cramped. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Most of you don't, whatever. So my seat was already a little cramped and I had leg room, which is fine. But then the person behind me, who was like easily a girl in high school or a college person, was like, I don't know how else to say it, but like fingering the storage basket behind my chair. I don't know what she was doing. Like constantly. Like literally constantly. I don't know. It felt like she had her feet on the seat and was like, except it was far enough in to where it kept touching my ass. And also it was like she was randomly hitting the seat. I don't know why. The whole fucking flight. So I'm sitting there in a cramped seat, not able to sit back in my chair. So I'm sitting here like this. Like make yourself at home, dude.
Time.
And then, we land in Dallas, Fort Worth, which is the worst airport in America. Do not connect to Dallas. Don't. Avoid it at all costs. If you have never landed in Fort Worth, it's awful every single fucking time. No other times. Like every time. You land on the left side of the airport and they drive the plane all the way across to the right side. Why? Every time. It takes 20 minutes. The entire landing process is like a 45-minute excursion because they land the plane and you go all the way across the airport on the ground. You sit there and get bussed in the plane across the terminal. I don't know why. Like, I don't know how enough people aren't mad about this. It's the fucking worst experience of your life. You land and you're like, oh, thank God, we've landed. And then you sit there. It's like an entire 30-minute thing. It's actually so fucking awful, dude. Like 30 minutes. This isn't a joke. I'm dead serious. I almost missed. We got to our terminal. Okay, we landed 45 minutes before boarding. We got to our terminal with 8 minutes to spare. I went from terminal A to B. I literally went one terminal across when I landed and got out of the plane. and I almost didn't make it. And I have had worse terminal distances in that airport. Don't connect to Fort Worth if you have any option. We literally went to Atlanta and then LA, and I was like, thank God it's not Dallas. Like, I'm not joking. It's the worst airport experience of your life. It's actually horrendous. It's every single time. And like every time I go there, because there's no other option, I'm like, maybe this time, maybe this is the day. I gaslight myself. I literally gaslight myself. I'm like, maybe this is the day I don't land and it's a 45-minute landing experience because I have to get driven on the ground in the plane. And it happens every time. Yeah. We literally walked across LAX. And it took less time than it did to land and get off the plane in Fort Worth. Like, I'm extremer. I exaggerate. This is not exaggerating. This is literally not an exaggeration. It's actually fucking insane. Like, don't land in Dallas. I'm telling you. It's actually so terrible. I get so mad. Like, my face is turning red because I have such a passionate rage for Fort Worth. Only because, for no fucking reason.
My first experience flying was
you
out
land
of
on the left
JFW
side of the
and they
airport
switched
and
our
they
terminal
drive
from D to
you
A 20
all the
minutes
way
before
up,
boarding, and we literally
all
got
the way
there right
over
before
and
they
back
closed
down on the right
doors.
side.
It's
Literally
so bad.
fucking
Never go to
why?
JFW.
Why am I landing on the left side of the airport when my terminal I'm connecting in is on the right side? I passed Terminal B in the plane. Just let me jump out. Ah! I'm getting so mad like I'm there. Like, it's actually crazy. I can't deal with this shit. It drives me fucking nuts. And then I literally... I'm like almost 48 hours into traveling at that point, and I'm already fucking mad. Like, I'm already cranky. And I have a 1 hour flight left, like Dallas to Fayetteville Airport. That's it. Like a 1 hour flight. And I'm like, oh my God, we're almost out of here. And we get in our seat, and I'm behind some sort of pilot. I don't know. He's dressed nice. He's got airline shit on. I think he's a pilot. Of course. The worst people to fly next to, by the way. Zero respect for flight etiquette. And of course, I sit in my chair, and he's already got his seat back. Like this much. Like just enough to not get told to put it back up. And just enough to make it more inconvenient for me. And the entire fucking time, he's doing this. Why? It's like he wants to like have his seat absorb him. So he's just sitting there like, and of course, he's already got his seat angled back at me. And then he's sitting here doing this shit, which is making his seat go even further fucking back. And I'm like, dude, there's a fucking person behind you. Like, yes. Oh my God, bro. Okay, look. This airport looks like the preteen boy's drawing of his perfect woman. This is Fort Worth, guys. When I this is not an exaggeration. And anybody landing in this fucking airport can vouch. You land right fucking here. You land right here and you go up and over and all the way back down. That's not a joke. You have to literally do that every time. Because for some reason, they're like, nope, nobody lands on the right side of the airport. Don't. You can't do it. It's not allowed for some reason. Unless I'm just so unlucky that I never land on the right side and my terminal is always on the right side. Not that bad. It takes an hour. It takes an actual hour. I almost missed my connection when I landed an hour before. I got there with 8 minutes left. It is that bad. Like,
it's really funny to hear you complain about this because I believe you, but also I landed there for TwitchCon and thought the railway thing was the coolest thing
that's
ever.
the only positive.
But also I had never flown before and I had
the railway is the only
so
positive.
lucky, I guess.
That's the only positive, is that the railway gets the job done. That thing is stressing, bro. Like the stress coming off of, dude, have any of you ever landed in Dallas and like gotten on that skyline or Skyrail, whatever it's called, and just looked at people inside of that thing? They're like, like everybody is sweating bullets in that airport. It's actually nuts. Like, every time I go there, there is like at least 10 people run past me, like booking it. Like they're almost late. Like,
it looks like anal beads because it fucks you by making you almost late.
oh.
Hello there. Sneeg, please listen to U.S. Poor Stuck Texans. Next time, please connect into Love Field if you must go into Texas.
I don't get a
It's
choice.
so much faster.
Guys, I don't get a choice. Dallas is like 3 hours from Northwest Arkansas.
I'd rather use the Houston
It's the closest
airport
major
over
city,
Dallas
so they're
every
like,
time. And that's saying
Fort
something.
Worth. And I'm like, like it. That's so far. That's the closest major airport besides the one I go from. Love Fields is in Dallas. Guys, I wish I could specify. I'll try next time. Guys, yeah, like literally the plane could have landed. I could have jumped out of the emergency exit and gotten fined, gone through the entire procedure, and gotten to my terminal before I got off the plane anyway.
Trying to get to my leaving flight at the airport. I can only imagine about that airport.
Even if I didn't get in trouble, I could have gotten off the plane and walked across the airport like tarmac and gotten there in time. Actually, it's actually disgusting. It's actually disgusting how ass that airport is. There was a time where I got driven on that airport and I literally went across the highway. I remember looking out my window and seeing cars going under me and I was like, what the fuck is happening? I have footage. I have footage of this shit. I'm going to see if I can find it. Like, I actually lost my shit when I saw this. That was you, chat. I don't remember when this happened. Excuse me, you're excused. I'm just gonna look up plane in my photos and hope it shows up. Nope. I don't know. Anyway. Actually crazy, bro. Like, Dallas airport's awful. Crazy. Hi, Red. Yeah, I need someone to teleport me, bro. For sure. Plane traveling is so awful. I actually do need somebody to teleport me at all times to where I need to go. Anyway. The way back from Australia got more frustrating as each flight happened, but yeah, Australia itself was fantastic. It's a beautiful place. Honestly, I didn't like go thinking it wasn't gonna be beautiful, but like some of the places we went was like truly stunning, man. Like we went to Yarra Valley, which is like a just a mountain range southeast of Melbourne. I think they've got like a billion wineries. They have like one of the biggest exports. Blue scored took the lead. Let's go.
I can help you out.
They have one of their biggest exports is wine.
You know
that? I didn't.
I will teleport you. I will teleport you.
Please teleport me. I'm begging you.
I will teleport you. I will teleport you.
Oh. Like Australia has a fuck ton of wineries. Didn't know that at all. It was beautiful, man. There's a few photos on my Instagram that I posted of that area. Like the one of me pointing with my sunglasses on was Yarra Valley, all the grapes. That place is stunning, bro. The clouds literally were not moving. Like it was nuts. On my first Instagram post, it's the second photo. And then in the second post, it's the third photo. But yeah, I mean it's crazy, dude. It literally looks like a painting. What the fuck, bro? We scored and took the lead and they immediately scored back. What is happening? This game is ridiculous. Why are we going back and forth against the Calgary Flames, dude? My team is, that's a trip too. They tripped our captain and they didn't call it. That's crazy. Wild. Well, oh, we're challenging it. Pause? Pause? Yeah, lots of cool animals, dude. My managers have a house spider. That's a thing, apparently. They just let spiders, like they let like a I forget the exact breed.
Hi there.
I don't know if that's the right word.
I will teleport you.
Yeah, maybe it was a wolf spider.
I will teleport you.
I
will teleport you. I will teleport you.
Yeah, it looked like Shen got tripped.
You. Oh, hi,
also,
Gordon
they're challenging
Ramsay from Hit
offsides.
Show Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, and it's
Hello,
100...
Winston. Fart sound effect.
Streamer was in Australia for my subiversary.
That looks definitely outside
SMH.
offsides to me.
Literally gooned for the occasion too.
No goal. Fuck yeah. Dub. Yeah, apparently
I saw
some
Fallout
areas
Boy
of
on
Australia
Tuesday. They were so fucking good.
have a
and
lot
the
of
8-ball
spiders,
was from Mania and I fucking lost it.
which people know.
I love Mania.
But a wolf spider like eats other spiders. So if like a wolf spider enters your home, you just like let it stay because they just stay on the ceiling. Like they don't want to leave the ceiling or the wall, so they just like stay up above and eat other insects, which are predominantly other deadlier spiders.
Love being a freak.
In
Welcome
Australia.
back, Mr. Snag.
It's like having an outside cat that like eats all the mice in your area to stop them from like entering your house. Did not know that. Was not expecting that. What else? We saw a lot of wallabies on the island. We saw some kangaroos on one of the peninsulas of
I literally had a
near
wolf
Melbourne.
spider in my house that exploded into babies when we tried to shoo it out. Never again.
Also the drawback. There's a lot of bats at night. Tons of bats. But the cute fruit bats who want like just like tree crops and bugs. Is it crocodiles or alligators that are in the Australia? That one was in the, I think it was a croc. That was in the zoo, but did I see Bluey? No, dude. You know, they're making a Bluey experience in Brisbane, but in August. It releases in August of this year. Boo-womp. They also had an Airbnb that you could have stayed at. That like two adults and two children, like the show, could have stayed at, but like a year ago. So we also missed that. Boo-womp. We almost scored again. Sorry. I did a shoey. I actually did. I did on stream. We did a stream at the resort off of one of our balconies. Which, by the way, we tried to do a hot tub stream. We went into the spa and we were like, can we use a room? Can we use one of your hot tub rooms to stream out of? And they were like, we don't want to disturb the other guests. Also, only 2 people can be in the hot tub room. What? So it gets awkward or like what? So weird. That resort was like so weird. So anyway, I told Joel we should have bothered management about going in after hours because then nobody would be there. So their entire argument would be gone. And we'd be happy, whatever, but they don't give a shit, so it's fine. So that's how it ended up being on a balcony, which ended up being really fine and very entertaining. Got some good memes out of it. But yeah, someone asked me to do a shoey, and I said for 20 subs I would, and I got 20 subs. So I drank half of a beer out of Manager Joel's newer shoe. Imagine you're honeymooning at a resort and you take your spouse to the hot tub and a bunch of streamers are doing shoeys.
They didn't want you to be too close together, cuss, that would be gay.
I see. Okay, they're looking out for me. I get you. Never mind. Maybe it's fine. On top of you? That's how you get hand, mouth, foot disease? Is that why I'm growing toes in my jaw? Anyway, it wasn't that bad. Apparently, it's like a rite of passage when you become a legal drinking age to do a shoey. Much like in America, when you turn 21, it's a rite of passage to lose the entire thrill of drinking. You turn 21 and you have a night where you get a drink from the bar and you're like, oh. Okay. Not that you should drink underage. That's not cool. Let's see. What else, man? Tried sips of wine before and that's nasty. Why do people like it? I think most alcohol is an acquired thing. Most. There's some alcohol that's like generally good in taste, immediate, just based off of how it's made. But yeah, there's a lot of acquired taste to alcohol. Some of it being social, but some of it being like liking one that's not the worst for you, you know? I will say though, we did like a wine tasting event in the resort, and I drank a wine. They gave us wine from like 2008. That was crazy. I've never had a wine that was like so dynamic. They gave us a 16-year-old wine, and it was actually crazy, the difference. Like, it was actually different. It wasn't one of those things that was like, oh, yeah, it tastes better. Like, it was, the flavor was, like, so wild and all over the place, but, like, delicious. It was so weird. I don't think I would ever justify buying a bottle from 2008, but being able to drink a wine that was almost 2 decades old was very cool. I definitely got like a better appreciation. Not that I'm going to drink wine more, but it was super cool to be able to do that. Also, the sommelier was super fun. We did a beer tasting with him the day before, and it somehow turned into also tasting rum, which was very fucking awesome. I don't know how that happened. Joel is something else, man. My management are the goats. They just get shit done. It's crazy. Just like a nice guy. So is them. Like, they're just nice people. So they make these great connections with people, and they just make fun shit happen. And good deals. Yeah, he just always knows a guy, you know? He's one of those guys that just either knows a guy, and if he doesn't, he gets to know the guy. You know what I'm saying? You need someone like that, or you want to be like that. Very inspiring. What else, man? The meet and greet was really good. Everybody was super nice. It did get awkward because people found us before we had even said anything. And the place had brought out a bunch of food for us to eat before we had said something, but we just didn't really get to eat it. So they gave us all this food and most of it went cold, and I felt really weird. Because, like, I'm not going to sit there and eat a foot-long hot dog in front of the 45 fans that had already somehow
Do
found
you ever
us.
plan
You know what I
on
mean?
reacting to true crime again? I would always watch the videos in the background while studying.
I don't know,
always liked
man.
your input.
Maybe. I don't know how much I like reacting to true crime on stream. I don't even love reacting that much. I feel like I
Holy
should
shit,
because that's the thing that I
years.
can react to that
Nuts.
doesn't make me want to die half the time. And people do like it. But also, I've already, you guys are going to freak out, but I've started writing a script for a true crime video.
The animals here are cool and all, but every time I try to do the bins at night I get harassed by fruit bats.
That's
I
true.
am getting bullied by bats. It's so sad.
Yeah, I think that was the funniest part about Australia is if you left food out anywhere, like there was just some animal that was like, give me that shit. It's actually really funny. It was very funny. Especially at the resort, like I said earlier, like you would leave your breakfast table and the cockatiels would be like, rah, 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 start like attacking shit. That's what they sound like, by the way. And they're like huskies. They set each other off. So it's just like constantly, rah, rah, rah. There's a lot of cool birds at the resort. Did I see an ibis? I think so. Saw a few Seahawks and an osprey or two. Also, I mentioned something about doing some sort of meet and greet in Brisbane. I did clarify on Twitter. We talked about doing it. And then like a few days later, realized that like only Fit Hannah and I were actually flying into Brisbane to leave. Oops. Also, it's probably a good thing we didn't because by the time we landed in Brisbane, I was fucking tired. It took like you had to be on a boat for like an hour to leave the island, which is way more exhausting than you think it is.
I haven't caught her content in a while. Been super busy with college. I'm a couple semester now off of getting my BS in psychology. Hopefully you
Nice.
and her family and chat are doing well. Take it easy everyone. Hydrate and snack.
I ran into somebody in Melbourne Central, which is like the big mall there, who said they started studying true crime because of me. Which there's like a lot of you that have said that. That's so weird. That's weird every time I hear it, bro. Like actual influencer shit over the one thing that I feel like I don't really do much of. Let alone feel like I influence. It's actually so funny. Not that it's bad. It's very, yeah, it's a good weird for sure. I don't know how like me inspires people to get an education in a subject that I like, but that is very cool. Sneeg, I've started committing crimes because of you.
Okay, so 18 pounds of cocaine, 12 pounds of crack and 7 male strippers. But make sure none of them are white. I can't see the coke on them if they are.
What? What?
How's the kid, D?
She's great, man. She was very confused when we showed up. She was like, what? You guys are still here? We FaceTimed her a lot, but we go to the beach or anything? Yeah. Well, I mean, we were on an island resort, yeah. We went, Hannah got on a paddleboard and a turtle swam with her for a while. Not that there is footage of that, because you kind of have to be all hands on deck and focused for a paddleboard. So there's definitely no way she was filming anything. I kayaked for a bit in the water. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What do you mean a grocery list? 18 pounds of cocaine? What is cocaine? Please don't let me die. It's coming from below. They want me, 'cause I know a thing or two when it comes to being killed. Yeah, so we did some water sport shit. We snorkeled. I struggled for probably 90 minutes of the 2 hours we had to get a snorkel to actually fit my head that didn't fill with water in my eye the second I dipped. Big head ass problems. And then the second I got it fitted, I see Joel leaving the water because he got stung by a jellyfish and had a barb in him. And then Fit was like, a jellyfish swam past my head. And I'm like, no, I'm done. I was like, I got to snorkel for like 5 minutes and I was like, I'm good. Like, I already don't love swimming. And then like 2 people had like, and then also Moonsy had like something happen to them. And apparently if a jellyfish like stings, like protein from the stinger release like stays in the water, so you can get like posthumously stung. So maybe that happened to them, and I was like, I don't want to be here. Which it was stinger season, so we knew kind of jellyfish would show up. We had stinger suits on, that's why we looked so weird. But Moosey ended up being fine. They were okay. Still very scary, yeah. Joel ended up being okay as well. Basically what they told us was that the majority of the deadly jellyfish 1 never show up in the bay. They said they've seen like barely any ever happen, let alone a death. They usually stick to like the north top of Australia. But we had a high tide, and even the king tide, which is like, I guess, a bigger high tide. So it brings some of the jellyfish like down to the bay. So that's kind of what basically ended up maybe happening. So there's way more jellyfish around than there should have been. And I was pretty, yeah, anyway. The second an Australian jumped out of the water and was like, I got stung and feel dizzy, I was like, I don't think I want to be in this water anymore. Some of you probably just aren't fazed by that, but the second that happened, I was like, I ain't rolling the dice on this one. Some of the other stuff, like, I'm totally fine with, but I was like, I have enough anxiety, and I have enough anxiety about swimming. No. Nope, not doing it. So I got to do a little bit, and I'm proud that I ended up getting to do a little bit. And I left it at that. But it was overall very fun. You guys will see a bunch of it in the vlog. Joel had a GoPro. Joel got one of those GoPros that you can seal and it works underwater. So I haven't seen the footage. Joel's going to upload it this weekend. But apparently he saw some cool stuff. So there might be some underwater GoPro footage, maybe even the jellyfish. He actually doesn't know. He told me to look for the jellyfish that stung him in the footage. So there might be a clip of Joel just being like, ah! Which Now that he's okay and nothing bad happened, sounds very funny if it ends up being on camera, but
Man of War is scary as fuck. If you see one chat no touch, they can kill you, and
those are
you
the
will
super
forever
long ones,
hurt
right?
in that spot it stung you.
One of our tour guides that we went on a night walk that we saw a bunch of wallabies and stuff on, and one of our tour guides was telling us about a jellyfish that's like literally this big, like the size of a quarter, that like literally kills you. Like that's the deadliest one. Yeah, it's like a type of box jellyfish that's like the worst kind of, basically the smaller creature in Australia, like the worst, because like poisonous creatures are more potent if they have less room. So basically, if a small thing hits you, it has an easier time getting more poison into you. Is basically the logic. That's why spiders like black widows and stuff are so deadly, because they're so small. Too bad all you short kings aren't so deadly. Got him. Snake shin guards. Yeah, we had to be in a stinger suit, which you can look at the Instagram photo, is literally all of you. Like it straps down onto your foot, so like halfway on your heel there's like a support leg, and then your feet are exposed but you have flippers on, and then it goes all the way up your body. Your hands have little mittens that once you're done using your hands to secure yourself in the wetsuit or the stinger suit, you put your hands in, and then also a hood to go over your face, and then the snorkel. So basically like this, and like part of your foot is exposed, and that's it, because anything more is like super dangerous potentially. But also some Australians are like, oh yeah, fuck mate, they're like, I've never worn one, fuck it. Been swimming in the bay my whole life. It's a terrible accent, whatever. Like literally the guy boating us from the island and back was like, oh, I swim all the time in here. Never worn a stinger suit. I actually used to crush. He literally was like, we used to stomp on blue bottle jellyfish as a kid. It is fucking crazy. She's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Yeah, Aussies are very funny. I guess when you're surrounded by the chance of death that much, when you step outside, you just stop caring. Because like the percentage has always been 1 the entire time, so you just stop. It just doesn't matter at that point, right? I haven't thanked any subs yet, and my wife needs my help with cooking food really fast because Darcy's been having a really hard time being like laid now, and she keeps getting upset. So I got to go help her with that real fast. But before that, let me thank some subs because I haven't thanked any. Plant, thank you for the 20. Corvette, thank you for the 37. Aberwent, thank you for the 22. Marble, thank you for the 20. Spice Moss, thank you for the 13. Sap, thank you for the 18. Lamp, thank you for the 28. Cookie, thank you for the 13. Ether.
If you read my name,
thank you for the
you're
6.
gay.
Fuck! I didn't read your full name. What does that make me? Like half? Damn, you got me. Doc, thank you for the 7. Voyager, thank you for the 22. Velocity, thank you for the 41. Cosmonautic, thank you for the 8. Applesauce, thank you for the 9. Cubed, thank you for the 47. Umbra, thank you for the 39. Small Green Bear, thank you for the 20. Arctic, thank you for the 44. Call sign Hammerhead, thank you for the 4. Soup Enjoyer, thank you for the 8. Casher Basher, thank you for the 14. Lizier, thank you for converting your Prime sub to a tier 1. We always love somebody who wants to invest longer. Oh. Ah. Hold on, there's 2 minutes left in the game and we're winning and they emptied their net. I'm locking in. If they pause the if they blow the whistle, I'll start thinking subs again really quick.
When me and my sibling were kids, we used to stick dead jellyfish onto sticks and swing them at each other like spicy swords. Our dad stopped us before we actually got each other.
You see what the fuck I'm talking about? Like, what? What? Average Australian behavior. That's crazy. Yeah, me and my friend used to flick brown recluses at each other while they were alive to see what happens. Like, that's what you're saying in American terms.
Only reading half means you're still straight, but you spend just a little bit too long in the men's underwear section.
You're like, I only do that because I think I try to figure out which underwear isn't going to make my ass stick out at the slightest bend of my knees.
You got to listen to Dim Sum Paradise. It's by the same people.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Don't take my clogs. PLS.
Dylan, thank you for the 20. Peter, thank you for the 20. There was more before that, wasn't there? There was a lot before that. I took too long. I'm a fucking idiot. My bad. Somebody did a 17-month sub. There's your fart. I don't know who it was, but thank you. Radwich, thank you for the 50 bucks. I didn't see your 33-month sub. Fuck you. You would take buckets and throw jellyfish into each other's boats? That's so nuts, bro. Wait, hold on. That's a great... This is a...
Well,
I have to check how the Vegas Knights are doing, because they're ahead of us. They're winning. God damn it.
Them upside down people.
Why is one of the best fucking teams in the NHL losing to the Vegas Knights right now? You're not supposed to do this. This is the worst time for you to be bad at the sport. The Jets almost have 100 points. What the? Are you guys playing fucking ping pong right now? Guys, I'm trying to do a stream here. What that? Someone, why don't you put some stank on that ball? Put some stank and curve that shit. Oh. Oh, that's good. Okay, I gotta go help Hannah really quick. Make some dinner really fast. It shouldn't take me too long. I'm sure my mods will already entertain you a little bit. I will turn Pokemon back on. Uh-oh. Point 2 is coming up. This is absurd. I love the idea of somebody watching this stream for the first time and be like, what? How is this happening? I really can't tell you. I don't even have access to it. You can go away now. Damn. All right, we're back. Pokemon's on, by the way. Gifted subs create Pokemon. I'm ignoring this. I'm eating my food. I left you guys with playing ping pong, and then all of a sudden 9/11 is in here. Like, no. Don't emote on me.
Last story, but once when I was in primary school a snake was just chillin' in a bush on path to school, and tried attacking some third graders. Their reaction? Jump rope. They used the snake as a jump rope. I don't know why or how. It was scary and I never trusted third graders ever again after that.
Oh, Joe Obama is spinning and kissing. Very cool. So awesome. What's this song? It's familiar. It's the intro song to the FNAF movie. Bro is back but still has the text up. I'm still farting. I'm good now. Party was over 6 hours
Sneak
ago and bro's
open
still
wide
here.
for the airplane.
Nope, there's a huge layover.
I am a freak.
What's the best meal I had while in Australia? There's a ramen place in downtown Melbourne by our hotel. Hold on. Let me find it. Captions broke. Maybe there is something wrong with it. Maybe I am like at my limit somehow. I don't know how that works. Turn it back on, but you better get ready to die. It's in an alley. And it's called You Better Get Ready, because here we go. Sarah Craft Ramen and Bar. Good fucking ramen.
Fart.
I didn't look that hard. I don't know if it's a Sarah with an H or no H. You were just gonna have to say it wrong. Anyway, now what? You guys got any more questions about Australia that I don't feel like the vlog will convey? Thoughts on Vegemite? Eh. Arrest story? Already said that. Yo, it's the fart sound effect thing. You guys see those in the new videos? Did you subscribe because of them? Which ear did it fart in, left or right? Tim Tams? I tried those months ago. They're good. Name of the winery? Shandon. There's another one, but I forgot the name. Oh my god, they're growing. Why is my live stream plug breeding? I'm scared. God, what a cool clip. If only I knew where it was from. You live in Yarra Valley? That place is beautiful as shit, bro. You're lucky. That used to be like my stuffing.
Cock is one of my favorite tastes. Not only that, but balls smell amazing. It makes me go a little crazy on it, to be honest. Like, I cannot get it far enough down my throat to be satisfied. For context, this copy pasta build John Green out of Tumblr.
Wow. That's awesome.